Weilà raga, come state ragazzi? So we're going to be covering the Periodo Ipotetico in a 3-part series. This is going to be part 1. And in part 1, we cover the primo grado, il periodo ipotetico della realtà. We're basically talking about things that very much could happen. They are realistic. We're going to be making a lot of if-then expressions, or at least in the spirit of if-then expressions. Now, the primo grado del periodo ipotetico is very straightforward and very intuitive. Nothing special really happens. The only thing to keep in mind is that there is a certain kind of expression that you cannot say because it then requires the congiuntivo, which we will get to in the second and then the third parts of this series. So let's talk about this primo grado. Let's take a look at some examples so we even understand what we're talking about. So let's begin with this when you're forming an if-then expression using the present tense in both clauses of the sentence, in both halves, okay? So both verbs that we're going to be using are in the present tense. So present, present. Se piove, porto l'ombrello. Se piove, porto l'ombrello. What does that mean? If it rains, I bring an umbrella. If it rains, I bring the umbrella, if you want to be really specific. Now, could you say this also using the same tense as in Italian? Absolutely. You can 100% do that. Se piove, porterò l'ombrello. Se piove, porterò l'ombrello. So, if it rains, I'll bring an umbrella. Now, what about if you wanted to put both clauses in the future? Is that possible? Now, you probably would never have asked yourself if that's possible because it's not possible in English. We do not say, if it will rain, I will bring an umbrella. We don't say that. But in Italian, it is possible. You can say, se pioverà, porterò l'ombrello. That's perfectly fine. Se pioverà, porterò l'ombrello. It literally means, if it will rain, I will bring an umbrella. But in English, we would just say, if it rains, I'll bring an umbrella. So, needless to say, future and future is a possible equation in the primo grado del periodo ipotetico. So now let's talk about another possibility. Maybe you're talking about something in the imperative mood, right? Maybe you want to give someone a command. So we can begin in the present and finish up our sentence in the imperativo, imperative mood. For example, se piove, porta l'ombrello. This is when we're giving a command, an order, or an invitation to someone. Se piove, porta l'ombrello. The only thing that I changed here is I'm not using the first person singular of the conjugation portare, or of the verb portare, so I'm not saying I bring or I will bring an umbrella. That's because in the imperative, we only deal with mainly 3 pronouns, tu, noi, and voi. I have videos on all these topics, on the future, on the present, also on the imperativo. I will have them, as always, linked down below in the description, or you could just find them on my channel. So as we can see, these translations and these formulas are all really easy and quite intuitive. The only thing that's really important to note is that you cannot use these same constructions with the conditional, which is what we covered in Grammar Basics 6, which I will have linked down below in the description. The moment we start getting into se with the conditional mood, il condizionale, that's when we need to start getting into the secondo grado, which we're going to cover in part 2 of this series. So that is to come. But just as a quick little recap, we can do present and present, present and future, future and future, present and imperativo. Those are all possible. So I'm going to close up the video now, which is perfect timing. I was done anyway because someone is now going to busk, I believe is the proper term. He's busking. He's doing an outside performance. So I'm going to go enjoy some of this music now. And if you guys have any questions, let me know down below in the comments section. Be sure to check out the description bar for anything useful, like all those videos I mentioned, corresponding blog posts, and all that other good stuff, and also to learn about my group lessons. Always remember to spread the love, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Ciao, ciao.